everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Nicole and this is Dusty Book Sniffers, and today we are here for day 8 of Bookmas. Today we are opening up our number 8 book advent from the Book Grocer. So let's get started. Good morning or good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for taking some time out of your day and spending it with me while I open up number 8 in our advent. All right, so today's outfit has been put together by Little M. She's got me wearing the little reindeer. I asked her if we could change it up a little bit. She wanted me to wear the legs again, but I asked her if we could change it up. So we went with the antlers today, and we got a little bit of a long earring in today, which these are quite heavy, so I don't wear them too often. They are a little present. And of course, I've got Santa's bestie shirt on today as well. All right, so we are here to open up a book number 8, and it is the shortest book on just the shelf this year. And it is also red. So we're doing the red today, right? All right, so book 8. Let me just duck it under the table and open it up so you don't hear all the crinkling. As I've said, I know a lot of people don't like that sound. This feels like a bit of a mass market paperback. So let me just open it up and see what we've got. All right, I don't think I've actually ever seen this author before. It's by Harry Sidebottom. It is A Throne of Caesar's Iron and Rust, for Victory, for Revenge, and for Rome. Okay, so I think it's going to be like a little bit, maybe a little bit of a gladiator type one. So let's have a look when this was published. The writing in this is probably a little bit small for me, but you know, I can still read that. I'll just have to, I wouldn't be able to read it with my computer glasses, so I would have to put my proper reading glasses on. If my eyes were getting a bit tired, I'd probably have to put my magnifiers on that I use for cross stitch, and read it that way. I try not to read to this font too small because it dries my eyes out. So it is very much a thing for me, and I know that a lot of people that like to buy books online and all the rest of it, you don't always get to know what the font size is. So you know, if you've heard of this and you're interested in it, you know, you might want to pick it up. Just know that the font's going to be small, and it is in a mass paperback, mass market paperback, so that generally means that the font's going to be small. And I tend to try and get the books a little bit bigger than the mass paperback, but sometimes you just can't avoid it, can you? All right, let's find out when this was published. As I said, it's looking like it's a very, maybe a gladiator type one. So just a little bit about the author, and I haven't done that this year because a lot of the books haven't had that sort of stuff in it, but this one does. So Dr. Harry Sidebottom teaches classical history at the University of Oxford, where he is a fellow of St. Bernard's Hall and a lecturer at the Lincoln College. He has an international reputation as a scholar, having published widely on ancient warfare, classical art, and cultural history of the Roman Empire. So he's very much a learned man. So yeah, this is the first book in a major new series called The Throne of Caesars. It follows his acclaimed best-selling series, A Warrior of Rome. He divides his time between Oxford and Newmarket in Suffolk, where he lives with his wife and 2 sons. Now, you can find more out about him, which is all the W's, harrysidebottom.co.uk, if you want to find a little bit more about this author. But he seems like a very learned man, so he's writing what he knows, which is great. That usually makes for a pretty good book. When you get people that are teachers and stuff like that, I find that you do end up having an enjoyable time because they love the topic, so they write passionately about it. That's just been my experience. So basically he has a non-fiction one as well called Ancient Warfare, and he has several fiction books, which is the Warrior of Rome series is his first series, and this is the beginning of a second series. So at least it's book 1, because last year I got several series that were like book 18 and book 6 and stuff like that. Even though I was able to read one of them out of sequence, like you could read it as standalone, it was still book 6. There was some stuff in it that I wasn't too sure about, but it didn't take away from the story anyway. So yeah, there is 1, 2, 3, 6 in the Warriors of Rome series. All right, so this one was originally published in 2014. So it's a bit of a, that's probably why I wasn't really reading much around 2014. I did quilt 300 odd quilts that year, probably why I didn't read too much, and I didn't really look for books either and stuff like that. There was a lot happening in my household, family wise as well, in 2014. So this particular paperback edition was published in 2015, and it was printed and bound in Australia by McPherson's Printing Group. Originally it was published by HarperCollins in Great Britain. So that is Throne of Caesars and Iron and Rust. It's book 1. Let's find out about the book, shall we? In a single year, 6 emperors will lay claim to the throne of the Caesars. Spring AD 235, when Emperor Alexander is cut down in a dawn attack. His murder marks the end of the Severan dynasty and rise of a hero born from the barracks. Maximus Thrax, I think is how you pronounce it, is a man of steel and violence, but his reign will come to nothing without the approval from the Senate. As Rome is rocked by the uncertainty of the merciless war against the barbarians rages in the north, and the personal tragedy, as well as the whispers of conspirators, will drive Maximus to the borders of sanity. An amazing story of bloodlust and revenge, and Sidebottom knows how to keep readers hooked from the first to the last. So it sounds like a bit of a, not something that I would read, but I'd be interested to give it a go. Like, I don't know whether it'll be a series that I'd like to sit down and read, but I wouldn't mind, as I said, giving it a go. It's an author that I've never read before, so I could always do it as a meet the author. Well, he's only got 2 series, so it's the first one or this one, but I've got this one here, so I can always just read it. I don't necessarily have to continue on with the series, and that's what I like about getting these book boxes, is because I come across people that I would not, and stories that I would not normally read, and because I've paid for it, I like to try and read as much as I can. I mean, obviously there's going to be books that I'm going to pick up, I'm going to get a couple of chapters in and go, you know what, this is not for me. But considering he's such a learned man and all the rest of it, and this is his jam, I'm thinking that he's probably going to write a pretty good story. So I'm keen to give it a go. Will it be something that I'll pick up sooner rather than later? No, it'll probably be later that I pick it up, because there's already books up there that I definitely want to read. But I will give it a go and see what I think about it. I'll probably vlog my experience, because, as I said, it's the first time I've ever come across him. And like always, I usually give 100 pages into a book. I might be lucky enough to find it on audio, on Scribd, or the library app or something like that. So that will probably help me to get into it. And because it's always hard when you go into a genre that, like, or a topic that you don't normally read about, but you just never know, you could end up coming across a good story. All right, so let me just mark this as a book 8 so I don't forget when I got it. Book number 8, 2023, and I mark it with lead pencil so I can rub it out before I move the book on if I unhaul it. All right, so that is Harry Sidebottom, Throne of the Caesars, Iron and Rust. I love the cover. Like, the cover is perfect, it just suits it so well. But as always, if you've read this author before, let me know in the comments below. Have you started this series, and what is your general thoughts on it? And if you've made it this far, leave me a little star today in the emojis down below, and let me know what you did to get into the festive season today. I always love to see what people are up to. Did you go Christmas shopping? Are you finalizing everything, or did you just chill and read today? Always like to know what everybody is doing. All right, as I said, that is it for me today. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and if you've not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn the bell notifications to all, and then that way you're not going to miss out on any videos that I upload in the future. But as I said, that's it from me today. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.